What's going on? I'm gonna do a StreamYard tomorrow or later today. I was gonna do it tonight, but I got some stuff I gotta do. I hope the Houston Texans go 0-17 for what they did to D4 allegedly. Now they talking about they're finna take the DN Will Anderson. I think that's his name. Let me see what this dude name is. Oh, let me see. Got the DN. Hold on, y'all. Well, he should have never took the job. He should have never took the job at all. Should have never took the job from that punk calmcnair for what he did to Deshaun, allegedly. For what he did to Deshaun Watson, allegedly. Nah, can't ride with him. Yeah, that's what. No, he was gonna stay. Let me tell you what they did, Sharon. Let me tell you what they did. At first, he did not want to interview for the job. They forced him, allegedly. They forced him to go for the job because it was a report that came out that said D'Amico Ryans is not interested in the Houston Texans job. So he never wanted that job to begin with. But see, I hope they do go. because they're talking about taking Will Anderson out of Alabama. They're talking about taking him. And a lot of people are saying they should take Jalen Carter. But Jalen Carter got in that legal trouble, and he might not be the same. He said regular season and preseason. I agree. DSMS Sinister, what up? Yep, I'm in favor of it too. DC in the house. Congratulations to your Philadelphia Sixers, DC. But they're talking about getting Will Anderson Jr. Now, a lot of people are not sold on Will Anderson Jr. Some people think, he's a linebacker, a backer more than he is a pass rusher. What's up, Calvin? The Texans have always been dirty. Remember Bob McNair, Cal McNair's dad, basically said that he doesn't want the prisoners running the asylum. He took a major hit for saying that. So Bob McNair, Cal McNair dad, basically said he was at a meeting between owners, team execs, and Commissioner Goodell. The owner basically said we can't have the inmates running the prison in response to the NFL players taking a knee during the U.S. national anthem. He got criticized heavily. And then he apologized for it. Then he came back to recant his statement saying that I regret in the entire situation apologizing for something he claims was a misunderstanding. That whole franchise been full of crap. What do you think the Lions should take with the 6th pick? The Lions should take, what do y'all need? Y'all lost y'all receiver. Let me see. I'm trying to see. Because y'all don't need a quarterback. You need a pass rusher. Well, shoot. Trying to think. What's up, Kazim? What's up, Felton? Y'all need a pass rusher, but to me, the best 2 pass rushers or the best players to me on defense is Jalen Carter and Will Anderson. Oh, the draft is. They're saying CJ Stroud didn't do well on some type of test. And they're already claiming he's a bust. So they're saying the Texans are gonna pass on him, and a lot of teams are gonna pass on him. The guy basically proclaims him a bust. Off of a test, which showed that there's been plenty of right, you ain't gonna know till he play. Because they got the Texans passing on a quarterback, which is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. But they're going to be the Texans. Right. Tom Brady was a 6th-round pick. So you're going to base off of a test whether somebody's going to be great or not? Come on. Yeah, Williams will appeal, maybe get 3 games. Yeah, probably get 3 games because he only betted on college games. But you guys will probably go for a cornerback because y'all lost one of your cornerbacks due to that gambling. So y'all might add a cornerback. But if I was the Lions, if I wanted to be greedy, I would trade down. If I'm the Lions, I would trade down and get some more picks. I would try to swap picks. I would try to swap a pick with Philly or Tennessee. I would try to swap picks. If I'm the Lions, I would swap picks and get some more picks from Philly or Tennessee, and I would go after Bijan Robinson. Bijan Robinson with Swift, and that offense will be killer this year. That's if I'm the Lions, because you're really not going to be able to get anybody. Because Jalen Carter is the best defensive tackle in the draft, probably to me the best defensive player in the draft. He going to be gone. He probably going to go to the Texans. And then Will Anderson, before it gets to y'all, he might be going to the Seahawks. What's up, Jamil? But they're saying that CJ Stroud scored an 18 on a T2 test or C2 test. Let me see what it is. But the greatest quarterback of all time and the second greatest quarterback of all time was picked in the 4th round and the 6th round. Joe Montana was picked in the 4th round. Tom Brady was picked in what? The 6th round. Warren Moon, who I have as the second greatest quarterback of all time, wasn't even picked. He had to go to the CFL then come back. He said, "Not much. Seeing you was live." Yeah, I was gonna do a StreamYard, but I got to mix down these songs. I got too much work to do. And then I got to do another video on the other page because I ain't done nothing on that page in about 3 days. But we got to talk about Godzilla and Kong. Godzilla and Kong is official, and I seen the preview of the bad guy. The bad guy looks like a orangutan type Kong with glowing eyes and blood on his face, and then you had the skeleton of Godzilla and King Kong like right there in front of him. It's finna be crazy. It's finna be crazy. That might be the best MonsterVerse movie yet. But Calvin, if I'm the Detroit Lions, I trade back, sir, and get some more picks. Because you got a quarterback. You probably need a cornerback. Now, if you want to stay there, don't be surprised. Yeah, I've been hearing that too, Calvin, that You guys might pick a quarterback. Y'all might mess around and get Richardson. Y'all might get Richardson or y'all might get Levis if he fall that far. Oh, yeah, the draft coming up real quick. But if I was a Detroit Lions, Calvin, I would trade down. But if you do sit there, y'all might get a cornerback. Y'all might get the cornerback from Illinois. What's his name? Yeah, Devon Witherspoon. Or y'all could get Gonzalez from Oregon. But I think you guys, like, they're talking about the Seahawks. They're saying the Seahawks might take a quarterback. They might take Richardson. So I don't know what's going to happen. No, they ain't do nothing stupid. I'm just mad at what they did to Deshaun Watson. I'm just hoping they go 0-17. That's all. You know, nothing bad. Nothing bad or anything. Just want them to lose. He said, oh, me too. You know, that's all. He said they might. They terrible. But see, this is the thing, Jamil. All they need is a quarterback, but they being stupid. They're like, we're gonna go get a defensive guy. I'm like, for what? I'm like, for what? What are you finna go for? Stupid. What do Lamar Jackson will do and what should he do? Lamar Jackson is going to play on the franchise tag, Calvin, and he's probably going to show up during mandatory camp. Whenever it hits mandatory camp, that's when Lamar Jackson will show up. He's going to play this year and do it all over again next year when the season over. That's what he's going to do. He's going to most likely do the Kirk Cousins route. So when next year come, they do the same thing. Hey, he'll do the same thing. He wants a fully he wants a contract. He doesn't want the whole contract fully guaranteed. He just want more guaranteed money than Deshaun Watson, which he deserves. But the Baltimore Ravens, they only pay defensive players. They don't pay the offense. They don't pay the offense at all. They just love defense. And see, that's why they continue losing when they get to the playoffs. Yeah, they did Lovie Smith wrong, but Lovie Smith is the token black guy, man. So they knew what they was doing. But Lovey knew he was gonna get fired. So how he stuck it to him, he won that game at the end of the season. Pissed them off. Calmcnair was so pissed off, and I was happy. I said, good, be pissed off, you buzzard. Excuse me. Yeah, they had a high turnover ratio because the owners are trash. Bob McNair was trash, and now this bum trash. He said, LOL, yeah, I'm glad he did that. Everybody was glad he did that. But But the Lamar Jackson thing, yeah, he's going to play on the franchise tag, and then after next year, he's gonna see what's up. Who would you pick number one in the draft? I wouldn't pick nobody number one in the draft, Leo. I would trade down and get some more picks. I do not trust none of these quarterbacks. To me, the best player in the draft is Jalen Carter out of Georgia, the defensive tackle. But if it was me, I would trade and get some more picks. And I would play this year and wait to go. I would tank this year and go get Caleb Williams out of USC next year. Caleb Williams is going to be better than all these quarterbacks. That's what I would do. I would build my house first and then go get the quarterback next year. Or if I had a team that was ready to win a Super Bowl, I would trade for Lamar Jackson, pay him his money, and then I would go from there. Yeah, man, Caleb a beast, man. I'm sorry, Caleb go hard. But I don't trust none of these quarterbacks. What's up, A-Dub? But see, that's the thing, A-Dub. You could build your lines by, when you trade down, you'll be able to build your lines. You could grab your pass rush. You could grab your cornerback. You know what I'm saying? You could grab your, you good to go. Because this draft, you just got the cornerbacks and you got the D linemen, I believe. I believe the D linemen and cornerbacks are the strength of this draft. But I would trade back, build my house, and then wait till next year for Caleb Williams to come out. Yeah, exactly. I told everybody Zach Wilson was trash. Sam Darnold was trash. I watched Sam Darnold at USC. He was nothing but a turnover machine. Even Chris Savante, shout out to him. He was on the panel. He talked about Sam Darnold being trash because he's a USC guy. Zach Wilson, trash. I told everybody that. I told everybody, I told Outlaw. The Jets should have traded back, got some more picks, built their house up, boom, then go for your quarterback next year. No, they wanted to take the MILF lover, a.k.a. the GILF lover. It's like, come on. What are we doing? Like, for real, for real. What are we doing? It's like, what are we doing? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Calvin. If I'm the Lions, I would trade down to at least the 10th pick or the 11th pick. Try to swap out with Philly or the Titans. Boom. Get Bijan Robinson. Now you got Robinson, Swift. Then you get Jameson Williams if he appeals and it goes right after 3 games. Bruh, y'all ready. And y'all can use the draft to build up your D-line and your cornerbacks. This draft is full of cornerbacks. And you guys can get a tight end if you want. Y'all could probably go get Kincaid out of Utah. Man, I ain't even watching that series, Felton. Look, I'm not watching the NBA. I'm not watching LeBron. I already know the script. Y'all already know what's finna happen. It's a script. The Lakers are going to the championship. They're going to try to get LeBron. They are killing basketball dead. I only watch KD, the Suns and the Clippers. That's been a good series. The Cavs and Knicks been okay. It's just that the Cavs they stupid. They should be up 3-0 right now, but they so dumb. Then the Kings and Warriors has been a great series. I haven't either, Jamil. Playoffs been weak. The only good series, Jamil, was, the Clippers and the Suns were good until Kawhi knee gave out on him. His knee is, I think his knee is shot. Allegedly. I think his knee is shot. I'm hearing reports that his knee is shot. Like he might not play ever again, probably after this year coming up. And he might not play that much this year. Who should the Patriots draft at 15? Who should y'all draft at 15? If Green Bay don't get a tight end from you, Leo, I would go after Dalton Kincaid out of Utah. That'll be a weapon that you give to Mac Jones. If you can't get him, I would go after Joey Porter Jr. That's what I would do. The NBA lottery rigged, Calvin. They're going to give it to the Spurs. The Spurs are going to most likely win, and the Pistons going to be number 2. What's up, Dion? Well, yeah, we know that. He's not. It's not. I don't think he's dealing with that, Jamil. His sister did get life, but I don't think him and his sister are close like that. But we don't know. Kawhi's quiet. He keep his stuff private. But all I know is his knee may be done, bro. I mean, I think his knee is shot. What are they ripping Kawhi for? Kawhi's knee is bad. What do they want him to do? Well, how about you tell Stephen A and them other buzzards and those buck dancers on Felton and these YouTubers who are yeah, his knees are degenerative. Like, what is he supposed to do? What are he supposed to do? It's like, how did he quit? Like I said, these YouTube people really disappointed me. That's why I told y'all I don't mess with these YouTube cats. These YouTube cats are fake. A lot of them are fake. They just love to do hits, clicks, and views. These mainstream cats are fake. Now, to Leo, if I'm the Patriots, I see if I could get Dalton Kincaid. But if you have a chance to get Bijan Robinson, get them. But if you can't get them two, I would go after a cornerback and get Joey Porter. And if I'm the Lions, Calvin, I would trade down to 10 or 11 or 12 at worst and get Bijan Robinson. Yeah, Stephen A clown. Yeah, me too, A-Dub. I wouldn't trade Kawhi. I would trade Paul George. I would keep Kawhi, but I would try to trade Paul George and go after a superstar in free agency. And I'll see if Russell Westbrook wants to take a deal, but not too big of a deal, and see if I could go from there. Right, exactly, Stevie. What's up, Jamaica? My boy made the chat. What up? Miami might take this series. Yeah, did Giannis play today, Daryl? Did Giannis play? Did the Heat beat him with Giannis or without Giannis? What's up, the Don? The Don in the building. Hey, I would trade Paul George for Dame, keep Westbrook, keep it popping. But Leo, I would take Kincaid, the tight end, to help Mac Jones out. But if you can't get him, and let's say B. John Robinson dropped to that, I would grab him. Yeah, Jalen Carter would be, but I think Jalen Carter's going to the Texans, Calvin. Allegedly. Right, exactly, Stevie. He's going to play these last 2 years and he'll retire. That's what I think Kawhi's going to do. Oh, Giannis didn't play? Man, that jump don't count. Jamisha Butler had an easy road tonight. F him. Oh, yeah, Kazim. Russ was balling. It's just that Kevin Durant and Chris Paul, they took over down the stretch. Yeah, I'll trade Paul George to Portland for Dame. You'll have, and then see if I can sign Westbrook for the low. You'll have Westbrook and Dame. Most mock drafts have Patriots taking an old lineman. I mean, you could take an old lineman, but this is the new NFL, Leo. Tell me, the kid from Utah or an old lineman? I'm taking the kid from Utah. I'll get my old lineman later. You can find old linemen. You can't find no tight end like Kincaid. Yeah, Calvin, Texas need a quarterback, but they're not finna take one. They put out all this stuff dirty in cjstroud name. They're saying because cjstroud didn't pass this he didn't pass this test. Let me pull it up. It's called the cognitive test. And he struggled with it, so now they're trying to drop him out of the top 10. Which I don't believe he's going to drop out the top 10. But the Texans need a quarterback, but they're sold on Will Anderson, the guy out of Alabama. Will Anderson was okay to me. I would go take Jalen Carter. Jalen Carter, to me, is the best player in the draft. Period. But because of that off the field issue, it's going to be kind of hard to use him because you don't know what Jalen Carter you're going to get. You just really don't. Yeah, dog, the Suns, yeah. Like I said, it's going to be the Suns. It's going to be KD versus LeBron. Western Conference Finals. That's what they want. That's what they want. So basically, he did an S2. It's called the S2. He scored at 18%. And they're saying this is a red alert. An NFL exec told McGinn, a former Green Bay Packers beat writer, that why I have Stroud as a bust, that in conjunction with the fact, name one Ohio State quarterback that's ever done it in the league. In my opinion, I'll take the quarterback who don't test well, because the last Ohio State quarterbacks that test well outside of Justin Fields, they've been trash. What Ohio State quarterback has been successful? Let's look at the Ohio State quarterbacks. If you're going to base it off of a test and the other ones did good, I would take the one who didn't do good on the test. I would do that. Wouldn't you guys? Let's look at the QBs. These are your QBs. You had Chick Harley. I'm going to just show you guys. Let me show you guys. Here are the Ohio State QBs. Does anybody jump off your list? But they're saying all Ohio State quarterbacks scored high on a cognitive test. That means that they can't play. All these guys up here are bust. Are bust. And Justin Fields came out. We're still waiting to see what's the trial on him. And you got cjstroud. So what, he didn't test well? It's crazy out here. Nah, Herb Street ain't make no NFL. Herb Street won shit. Oh yeah, Dwayne Haskins. Yeah, we know what happened to Dwayne Haskins. We know what happened to him allegedly. All I gotta say, if you want to know, about what happened to what happened to Dwayne Haskins, this who you need to go look at, who'll tell you about him. Right here. Go check my boy Lobo out. _snap guide on IG and Twitch. That's what happened to Dwayne Haskins, allegedly. What did happen to Haskins? They said that he got out the car. His car broke down. He got out the car trying to wave for somebody, and he got hit by a truck. Remember, he got hit by a truck. Oh, it's not a conspiracy, Jamil. It's a theory. There's no such thing as conspiracy theory. I already broke that down. Conspiracy means co-spiring. Theory means statement. Means you're making a statement. There's no such thing as conspiracy theory. What up, Montrese? I'm the Boston former coach, Ime Udoka. Detroit ought to pick him up. Dwayne Casey ought to do whatever it takes to bring him in. He will turn the Pistons around. Yep, exactly, DSMS Sinister. Herb Street went right into television after he finished at Ohio State. He knew he wouldn't make it in the league. But they're doing all this stuff, right? They're saying you got to put up all these tests. They got to put up all these tests, right? Well, let me ask you something. Oh, snap. If that's the case, right? If that's the case, right? Why did this guy go 6th round? Huh? Why did he go 6th round? Why did he go 6th round? Huh? Nobody can tell you that. Why he went 6th round. Tom Brady scored a 33 on the Wonderlic test. Okay, so the Wonderlic test is 50. That's the highest score, right? Tom Brady scored a 33. Right? So that's probably like, that's a 66%. We would call that an F where I'm from. That's an F. A 33 out of 50, that's an F. Right? Now, and the highest score is a 50, correct? Y'all heard that right? A 50. Out of all the networks who gets the draft right, none of them get it right, Calvin. The draft, the combine is overrated and the draft is overrated. They shouldn't have a draft. A player should be able to come out of college and pick the team he wants to play for. But yes, it's overrated. I agree. The Wonderlic test. Okay, Joe Montana's is non-available, which means he probably never took it or he didn't want it told to anybody. He didn't want it told to anybody. But Randy Moss scored a 12 out of 50 on the Wonderlic test. But he's considered the best receiver or top 2, top 3 receivers ever, right? Right? Donovan McNabb scored a 12 on the test. Was he a bust? No. Cam Newton scored a 21. Was he a bust? Nope. Adrian Peterson scored a 16. Was he a bust? Patrick Peterson scored a 9. Was he a bust? Brady Quinn scored a 29 out of 50 on the Wonderlic test. So what are we talking about? Terry Bradshaw scored a 15 on the test. A 15. Right, Leo. Belichick said Moss caught on quick the Patriots offense. And yeah, and the Patriots offense is one of the most complex offenses ever made. So what does this test mean? What does it mean? Now, boy, they messing with my live, boy. Ooh, they messing with my live because they know what's up. My bars are full, so I know they messing with my live. Look at this. Look at this. S2 Cognition Test Founder says to take leak scores for QBs with a grain of salt. Dun, 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 dun. The NFL did away with this use of the Wonderlic test ahead of the 2022 Scouting Combine that hasn't stopped franchises from finding new methods by which to measure the cognitive abilities of prospects, especially quarterbacks, and the leaked scores of some of this year's top signal callers have started to make their way into a narrative surrounding those players. The new test du jour comes from Nashville's S2 Cognition and has been in use by teams for upwards of 7 years, according to longtime NFL writer Bob McGinn of Go Long. Citing multiple sources, McGinn, who NFL fans and diehard draft followers likely know as the reporter, responsible for publishing Wonderlic scores for years, reports that Alabama's Bryce Young is tops in the QB class, scoring in the 98th percentile. Fresno State's Jake Hayner is at 96%. Kentucky, Will Levis, and BYU's Jaron Hall are at 93%. And Houston's Clayton tune in as 84%. Anthony Richardson is 79%. Tennessee Hendon Hooker is at 46%. cjStroud, the Ohio State prospect who has been in the mix with Young for the number 1 pick, is down at 18% according to McGinn. An anonymous league executive told McGinn that he believes the score might take Stroud off some teams' draft boards. in an interview with one of the founders. These are one of the founders. I'm going to show you guys so you guys know that I'm not stupid. One of the founders of S2, however, says to take all league scores with a grain of salt. In an interview with Pro Football Focus published before McGinn's report, but after some rumored scored for players in this draft had already emerged online. Co-founder Brandon Alley said that the company is aware of scores being leaked and we're not sure where that's coming from, but I would say take some of those with a grain of salt. We have seen, hey, so-and-so scored the highest in the class or the highest ever, and so-and-so scored low, and it's like, yeah, that's not true, Ali continued. With that being said, this class as a whole, all the guys in the discussion have scored really, really well. So in February, an article for The Athletic, Matt Barrows described the test as like the 40-yard dash for the brain. The 40 to 45-minute test, which is run through a gaming laptop, measures the player's ability to rapidly disseminate information that appears on the screen in front of them. We're talking about things they have to perceive on the screen within 16ths of a thousand of a second, which is essentially subliminal and which scientific literature says shouldn't be able to process. Ally told The Athletic, and I'll be honest with you, we're seeing pro baseball players see something way faster than 16 milliseconds, which has never been reported in literature, all the way to some athletes who may take 150 milliseconds. So our eyes may see the same thing, but for some, it takes longer to process than others. Brock Purdy, whose surprising rise during the 2022 season seemed impossible to predict, scored in the mid-90s on the test. Ally says a similar range to Pat Mahomes, Allen, and Breeze have landed on the test. Burrow was in the 97th percentile of scores, he said, with the quarterback's permission. Ally said that anything over the 80% mark is considered elite. Speaking to PFF, Ally said that while he loved for GMs to only draft high S2 scoring players as an experiment, he does not believe his company's test will ever fully supersede the other methods by which NFL teams evaluate talent. If I'm a general manager, it's more likely that I'm going to utilize this tool if we love two players the same. We love their physical makeup. We love their psychological makeup. We had great interviews with them. One has a high S2, one has a modest S2. It could be a separator from that perspective, he said. I just don't see GMs and front offices saying, we don't really like this guy, but his S2's good, so let's take him. So, it's bogus. That's why I keep trying to tell you guys. All this business is narratives. It's a narrative business. They got rid of the Wonderlic because a lot of the players that went to the Hall of Fame scored a low Wonderlic test. I just showed you guys Terry Bradshaw, Randy Moss, Donovan McNabb, a lot of these guys, Tom Brady, all of these guys. I already know, Leo. I know about LT is the greatest football player ever, period. He's the greatest football player ever. Oh, of course it is, A-Dub. You know what it is. Wow, they done messed with my live. They messing with my live because I'm being real. I'm telling the truth. But I told you guys. Yep. How did Tom Brady go 6th round and Joe Montana go 4th round? Come on, man. For boxers. Oh, and by the way, I got that from Sports Illustrated. So if people try to say I'm making stuff up, nope. Got it from Sports Illustrated, and I'm going to bookmark it. What the hell? See, the S2 began testing in 2015, and unlike the now passe Wonderlic, does not measure general intelligence. It instead determines the speed at which players can process split-second information, how fast they can act on it. So it don't even test your intelligence. It tests how quick you could do something, but how is that gonna process to the field when you're getting your head taken off? Exactly, Leo. Yep, facts. I'm not seeing it used in boxing. I don't think they use it in boxing. A-Dub. What's up, Mr. X? Yeah, of course, Leo. I agree. Right, exactly, A-Dub. What's up, Mr. X? Yep. It's crazy. What's up, Still the King? Blessings. Yeah, Leo, Bill Russell said all great players are smart. Of course. Of course, all great players are smart. That's how they become great because they're able to pay attention to detail. I could give you a test and you could pass the test, but what you gonna do when I put you on the field and you got guys flying at you? That's different than a damn test. The NFL is trying to do all these tests, but yet they fail to find great players. For instance, the running back Herbert last year for the Chicago Bears, right? Herbert. Herbert didn't get picked until what? The 6th round? And he was starting for the Bears. He was balling. Like, what are we doing? Exactly, Felton. Exactly. I agree with you. I agree with you. You're absolutely right. Who, me? Shit, I'm share the snacks. Shit, if you was around the corner, Still the King, I got you. But yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Right? He said I'm drinking all the Capri Suns. The media is just doing what the owners tell them to do. The media is owned by billionaires, which are the owners. The media, like I told you guys, is multi-ethnical destruction in America. That's what media stand for. A lot of people don't know what that means. Everything that is of different color than white gets destroyed. Doesn't matter what it is, it gets destroyed. Gets destroyed. Right, exactly. Exactly. But see, that's what I'm saying, Leo. Some people can't test well. See, There's people who don't test well. But when they get into the real world, they outwork that girl or that man who got 100 or A's on their test every day. $50. He didn't get 100s every day. He didn't go to Harvard. He came up from the block. And look what he's doing. He's one of the richest people out there. One of the greatest people out there. One of the greatest players, one of the greatest people out there. No, that's all I'm saying. Turn this down. So you got to understand, sometimes people are just great to be great. Some people aren't great. Here's the facts. What's up, MDT Sports? Yep, there's people who don't go to school. Some people drop out, get their GED. What do tests really mean? Tests don't really mean nothing. Do you know why they made these tests? So they could show that white people are smarter than blacks. That's why they made it. Then blacks started catching up and surpassing them. So you know what they had to do? They had to lower the passing grades because most of the white kids weren't passing. That's what's up, MDT. Congrats. Me too, Montrese. Right. Nas dropped out, but I think he went back to complete some courses. But yeah, Nas dropped out. What's up, Mr. CM23? Yeah, exactly, Felton. They changed these rules and tests to cater to them. But when it comes to us, hell no. For instance, Will Levis is one of the most overrated quarterbacks ever. Period. Yeah, exactly, MDT Sports. That's why LL Cool J was able to enunciate and pronounce his words, because he read the dictionary front to back. Yeah, white kids struggle because white kids don't take it seriously because they know they white. They know they're going to make it. Look at Will Levis. Will Levis did not have a good senior year. But yet, they trying to say he could get picked in the top 5 or 10. How? Yep, exactly, Montrese, they do. You right, DC. And that's when I'm going to watch the Nuggets. Yeah, they are. But don't underestimate Denver. Jamal Murray could go off anytime. Just saying. Will Levis is all right. But oh, facts, Mr. CM23, you already know. Yep. You right, A-Dub. Yeah, it is, Leo. It is. Not only reading, science, technology, you know, social studies, all that stuff. Right. Exactly, Marcus, I agree. Why is that? Poor funding. Lack of teachers. Students coming to school, acting a fool, doing what they do normally. So that's why. That's why, Leo, they're bad, because we don't have the good schools. Plus, the government has put us in a system where they attack a certain color. So the darker that you are, the worse you get the end of the stick. That's just how I go, man. Systematic racism. So that's why in the inner cities, the reading is down, the math, science, all of that stuff is down. And it's the facts. Asians do well though, well, because Leo, Asians go to good schools. They go to good schools. Sometimes they go to private schools. It's not a lot of Asians that go to inner city schools, Leo. And if they do, they'll pass. Yeah, until Joker can prove he can step up in the big moments, Nuggets won't be taken seriously. That's facts. He got to step up. Are we getting the 18th banner? What you mean? Are you talking about the Celtics? Not with that coach. The Celtics should win it all. I just don't trust Missoula. You guys are missing that toughness Ime brought. Ime brought an assurance, a reassurance, and an insurance of I got this, we good. He instilled confidence in all these players. This coach you got now, I don't know if he do all that. That's just my opinion. Yeah, facts, A-Dub. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, share this. Hit the notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. If y'all love what y'all hear, y'all could donate to the page by going to the description box, hitting that link in the Cashapp to donate whatever your heart's desire. You guys can super chat anytime we have a live or premiere video, and you guys can leave a super thanks after you watch the whole video. So let me look at the chat real quick before I bounce. Yeah, Cavs-Knicks series, very weird. Basically, it's a series where people can't shoot. Nobody can shoot. I can give somebody the gun, go there. That's the target. They're going to hit everything but the target. Yeah, it's not no great teams this year, Leo. I agree. Yeah, I heard that too. Oh yeah, he's scared of him. Got him ejected today, and they were targeting him. Got him in foul trouble and all that. That's what I heard. Like I told you, I'm not watching the Lakers. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'm out. Deezy.